Hello everyone, today my presentation topic is should sex education being popularized to minors. As we know, primary and secondary school students are in a stage of puberty, which is also the stage with healthiest purity. However, sex education has always been a secret topic, which make minors lack of sex knowledge. And from these three graphs, we can see that there are few parents and teachers give sex education to their children and students, and that there are many children have no idea about sex education. Also, in recent years, we have seen a lot of news about teenager pregnancy and abortion, as well as child sexual assaults. And the cases of sexual assault on minors has been exposed continuously. And some children don't even realize they've been sexually harassed, and the tragic experience they have suffered is deplorable. So it is very necessary to popularize sex education for teenagers, and it has positive effects. It helps young people increasing sex knowledge and improving their attitudes towards sexual and reproductive behavior. And also it helps them maintain healthy life in all aspects. So my first point is sex education can reduce the rate of unwanted pregnancies among adolescents. First, teenager pregnancy has big influence on teen mothers. They are most likely can't finish school and become single parents in later life. And mentally, they will have higher rates of postpartum depression. So how can sex education help them? Basically, they will understand sex knowledge, like sexual intercourse can lead to pregnancy and condoms are disposable. And second, it helps them understand the contraceptive methods, like use condoms, and for women, they can take birth control pill to avoid having baby. And this is the graph that shows the conception rate in under 80s is dropped by 145%, which indicates that sex education can help reduce adolescent fertility. And my next point is sex education helps children enhance their awareness of self-protection. So children will understand what constitutes sexual assault. For example, touch child's private parts or exposure of genitals to children or show blue movies to children. As long as they know this behavior belongs to sex harassment, they will realize it if they experience it. And also it helps children know private parts cannot be touched. And if other people touch it, they need to say no. And my third point is sex education can reduce the spread of sexually transmitted diseases. People will know how the diseases affect the human body. For example, it will cause cancers, infertility, stillbirths, and the worst result is death. And also people will know the precaution to avoid sexual infection, like use condoms correctly and reduce sexual partners. And for women, it is better to have no sex during menstruation and delay initiation of sexual intercourse. And so my counterpoint is some people might say it's too young for children to receive sex education, but criminals don't care about how young your children are. According to the data, there are 34% victims are under the age of 12 and 66 victims are between age 12 and 17. And due to the lack of sexual knowledge, children may expose themselves to danger, and this insecurity may come from places and environment trusted by their parents. According to the data, as sexual abuse cases report to law enforcement, there are 93% victims know the perpetrator, which means children's awareness of sexual abuse from acquaintance is still insufficient. So, sex education should be carried out sooner but not later. And as my speech As my speech comes to a close, I want to mention again the provision of sex education is essential and important in reducing adolescents to reproductive indicators such as pregnancy, abortion, and HIV infection. And sex education is a part of the lack of family education and school education. If no one teaches children, they don't know how to protect themselves or they may go astray. So we must help them learn how to protect themselves, and the sex education is necessary to take.